Alright, I had to reinstall my Reaper recently, as in right now, and I always forget the template that I use or how to set up the template I use. And I know you could probably export it or whatever, but I never think about doing stuff like that. There was these couple videos I used to watch to get all this information, but it's been so long since I've had to reinstall Reaper that I can't figure out what videos were where they're at, and who knows if they're even still up. So I decided to make my own video. That way, next time I have to reinstall Reaper, I don't have to rack my brain and try to figure this crap out. But I figured it out, so let's go ahead and do this. And if you glean some information from this, good for you. But basically, this is just for me for the future. So start off by firing up Reaper. And the first thing I like to do is I like to set the transport to the bottom of the main window. And then I like to take my master track and show that in the Docker. And then I like to drag it to the right of the screen because I like how that looks and it's out of the way and really it's very functional for me. Let me add a track so I can set up the options. Um, and then basically I'm on a laptop, so I like everything small. But even on my 27-inch Mac, I like everything like just miniature, just for more real estate. So basically, I just go down through the layout and set as much as I can to small. So transport, I set it to small. There it goes. Options, layout, the master mix. I actually set this to session mixer because it's a really like sharp looking strip there, and then I just tidy it up that way. And then I set up the mixer panel small, and there it goes. And then the track panel I set to small. All right, and that's it. So save that as a template, and I call it default. You can name it whatever you want. And that's it. So, oh, and then I also like to tell Reaper that anytime I open up a project, an empty or new project, I use the default template I just created. And then I also like to set up my tracks to auto color. And you do that with an extension called SWS. And I'm sure if you know what Reaper is, you know what SWS is. So I'll put a link to the bottom, but let's set that up real quick. And that goes in your library under application support, under Reaper, and you go down to user plugins. And then from there, you get your file, which is right here. Agree to all this junk that I didn't read. And then you just drag this into your user. God, I hate this trackpad. Oh my God. There we go. All right. And then you open up Reaper again. Now you're going to have an extension for SWS that you have to set up some options for. All right, so you go to extensions, you go to SWS options, enable auto track coloring, and then you're going to open up your actions window with shift/ and search for open auto, and there you go. So you want to run this open auto color icon layout window. You press run, and then you're going to create a new rule, and for name you're going to put any, and color you're going to choose random. And that's it for that. And now when you add new tracks, it auto colors your tracks for you, and I like that. I also like to arm my track. On my master track, I like to add a tone boosters plugin I use a lot, which all it does is add tape hiss. And I'm old, man, and I love tape hiss. So that's just something that I'm constantly running. So I like that on my master track. And then for my guitar track, which is my main instrument, so I'm always using that as my first track. So let me just call it guitar. And let me add my impulse plugin. Where is that? It's called Pulse. There we go. Loader. And that's it. So now I'm going to save this template, call it default, replace, and now when I open up Reaper again, I should be ready to go. And there we go. I got a track armed, ready for recording called guitar. It's called got my IR loader right here. And my master track has my favorite plugin ready to go. And I can start creating music. So that's it. Hopefully this helped you. I know it's going to help me in the future. Future Joey, you're welcome.